Most of you have probably heard about what happened to Maxime Bernier. He was removed from the shadow cabinet over some disagreement with trade and how we should handle the trade. Now, the thing is that you got a lot of conservatives out there now going on about how it's so wrong that Maxime Bernier was removed, and I agree 100%. I actually supported Maxime Bernier on the first ballot back in the conservative leadership, back when many conservatives were saying, well, we don't want no Frenchman, we don't want any Frenchie being the leader of the party, we don't want any Quebecer, we don't want no Frenchman, I don't care who he is, he could be Lord Jesus Christ from Nazareth himself, I don't want no Frenchman, no Quebecer, I don't want French. I mean, this is the kind of thing that you conservatives were doing. I mean, you don't want no French. And now, I mean, look, before I even go any further, I still support Andrew Scheer, and I'm still going to vote for the conservatives. I mean, I'm still going to vote. I am not joking around when it comes to getting the long-haired macdaddy, the long-haired quasi-freak, quasi-cross-dresser, swift-foot macdaddy Justin Trudeau out of office. I am not joking when it comes to that. You thought I was rough when I helped my man Doug Ford get elected. You ain't seen nothing yet until you see the Iran nation going to war with the long-haired, swift-foot, quasi-cross-dresser Justin Trudeau. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. At the same time, I could see the things, the negative side of Andrew Scheer before everyone else. But everyone else was just looking for a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. They weren't looking at what's beyond that. I mean, this is the thing that we gotta, this whole race thing, I mean, y'all kind of have yourselves to blame here. Y'all have yourselves to blame. Mostly Scheer supporters of Andrew Scheer back in the leadership are now going on about him removing Maxime Bernier. And I'm saying to myself, you know, I mean, okay, you supported Andrew Scheer, and that's fine. I'm still voting for the conservatives because I want to get rid of the long-haired macdaddy. And I don't think Andrew Scheer is like someone like Patrick Brown. I don't think he's a traitor. I just think he governs differently. That's the thing. He governs differently. But, you know, if you are just looking at avoiding a Quebecer, you're making a fool of the whole system. I mean, that's foolish. That's foolish. Now, don't get me wrong. I sympathize because, for the very reason that many of the prime ministers of Canada have been from Quebec. Many of them. We haven't had a prime minister elected from Ontario since Lester B. Pearson back in the 1960s. Now, we have had prime ministers elected from Quebec and Alberta. But if you look back on it, those are the only two provinces since Lester B. Pearson probably that have elected prime ministers. Quebec and Alberta. The long-haired macdaddy was elected from Quebec. Stephen Harper was elected from Alberta. Paul Martin was elected from Quebec. Chrétien was elected from Quebec. Kim Campbell was not ever elected. She was elected by the party, not by the country. She's from British Columbia, but she was never elected. That fool, Kim Campbell, who I don't like. I mean, Kim Campbell with her big mouth, and she only ended up winning 2 seats. One of the biggest beatings any leader has ever gotten, and she can't shut up her mouth about Donald Trump. I mean, she's not even a leader. She's not even legitimate. Nobody even knows who she is. And she's a fool. She needs to keep her mouth shut. She don't know anything. She lost. Got 2 seats. Destroyed the PC party. But she was never elected. She was from BC, but she was not elected. Mulroney was from Quebec. Was elected from Quebec. John Turner was not elected either, but he was still from Quebec. Joe Clark was elected from Alberta. Who was Pierre the Cuckold Trudeau was elected from Quebec. And then Lester B. Pearson was elected from Ontario. And, no other province has elected another a prime minister. Since back in those long days. I don't even think New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, Newfoundland, I don't think they've ever elected a prime minister before. Ever. I don't think they've ever elected a prime minister before. So I agree. There was a lot of people who said, I do not want to see no damn Quebecer as the... That's just... Okay, fine. But you know what? I'm not going to base my support based on where someone's from. I'm sorry. If you got a really good person and he is from Quebec, I'll support him. I wish we could elect people from other provinces, good people from other provinces, not stupid, good, populous, country first people from other provinces. That would be nice. Part of it is because you ain't going to be elected dog catcher in Canada unless you speak English and French. And people in Quebec, a lot of them speak English and French. That's just the thing. Yeah, Quebec is French, but you can't survive in North America if you don't know English. Even mediocrely know English. You won't survive. Most people in Canada, though, only know English, but you ain't going to be elected dog catcher if you don't know any French in Canada. That's just it. That's why I would never run. So that's the thing. But y'all went against Maxime Bernier. And I will tell you, if Maxime Bernier was from Ontario, if he was from Alberta, if he was from Saskatchewan, if he was from Manitoba, if he was from BC, he would have been elected. He would have been elected big time. He was a conservative. Now, I'm not I'm a libertarian on many things when it comes to like government owning things and shrinking the size of government. I'm a libertarian on that. I don't agree. I think we should, privatize many of these crown corporations. But I would never consider myself a full-hearted libertarian because I do believe in a few things that the government should be. First of all, I am, there are many things that, I don't support and I think that the government should do in order to keep society sane. So that's why I get hesitant when I use the word libertarian. Maxime Bernier, he's a libertarian. This is fine. For example, there are certain industries where I feel we should protect them. Libertarians don't agree with that. But the thing is that Maxime Bernier was a new kind of conservative. Maxime Bernier had ideas, good ideas, I think, for the most part. Privatizing Canada Post. I don't know what. We should have privatized that long ago. What Harper did with getting rid of door-to-door, just privatize it and then don't get rid of it. Tell the people who buy it you ain't getting rid of it or we're going to fine you. That's what you should have done. Getting rid of the CBC, all that stuff. I wasn't so happy with his immigration policy. He was kind of, I liked Kelly Leach's immigration policy about Canadian values. Again, he mocked that, but whatever. But he would have been good. I just thought that Andrew Scheer was a bit too bland. That's what I thought. But he's I'll still vote for him. I'm going to support Andrew Scheer. Oh my God! When 2019 comes, the Iran nation, you're gonna see. You all stick around. You're gonna see the Iran nation go to war with this long-haired macdaddy. You're gonna see him go to war. Don't give up on our brother Andrew Scheer. Don't give up on our brother Andrew. Don't give up on our brother Andrew. Do not do it. Ford supporters who supported my man Doug Ford, vote with Andrew Scheer too. Don't give up on my brother Andrew. Don't do it. Yes, he wasn't the leader that many of us wanted, but I'm still going to support him. But I disagree with what he did to Maxime Bernier. Not because I agree with Maxime Bernier getting rid of supply management. There are a few things that, in regards to supply management, that I would get rid of. Like, I don't think that we should dictate how many eggs that are produced, and we should not have price controls. But I do agree with control with protecting our farming industry. But regardless, you give the man a voice. Don't kick him out. Don't kick out Maxime Bernier. Get all these conservatives peed off. Don't do it, Brother Andrew. But I still support you. But we stand by our brother Maxime Bernier. This is the Red Nation.